Hey y'all, it's your girl Saida Victoria. Just wanted to come on here really quick with an apology for this week's quality of the show recording. We had a storm here in Houston and it was the internet. It was a mess, y'all. It was a hot mess here, but I did not want to re-record this episode because the original content cannot be duplicated. I want to thank each of you for your support and we look forward to seeing you back at the table. So I'm walking, minding my business, and I hear somebody say, ma'am, you dropped something. And so I stopped and I was looking, trying to look around, and I don't know what the person that was guiding me doing. She should have been looking too, but she wasn't. And so the person ran up and was like, here you go. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, what is this? And so as he's handing it to me, he's like, and the lady was like, it's your hair.
Oh, no.
We face our problems every day. It seems they'll never fade away. The world may bring us down. Tonight we're gonna turn it around. So let's put it all on the table. Talk about it if you're willing and able. Lifetime and insecurities and a laugh or two. Come and take a seat. So bring your concerns to us. Together we can discuss what's on your mind. No matter what you go through, just know we'll be here for you every time. Let's talk about it. Round table talk. Let's talk about it. Round table talk. We gotta be about it. Go ahead and walk the walk. So let's talk about it. Round table talk. Let's talk about it.
What's going down, y'all? Welcome to Blind Table Talk. I am your host, Jay Fleeks, also known as your boy Black, blind security of the community. Welcome back to the table.
Yes, welcome y'all. I am Saida Victoria, also known as Sassy Sai, your blind butterfly. So glad you guys have joined us again this week.
Real talk, we're happy that y'all back with us. You already know how we get down. Before we get started, though, let me check out Sassy. Yo, Sassy, how your week been, yo?
I did go to a friend's birthday this past weekend. We went to a place called Pluckers.
The little chicken spot, huh?
Yes, that's exactly what it
I
was.
mess with that joint.
You know what that reminded me of, though? Twin Peaks. It was kind of like a Twin Peaks, like a sports bar type of thing.
Yeah. I got a bunch of different little wings and little drinks and whatnot.
Yes.
Cool little spot.
It was. So shout out to my friend Monica. Happy birthday again. But I will tell you this. I almost ruined what was supposed to be a surprise, right? So her husband had texted us saying, this is Monica's surprise birthday lunch information. Okay. Now, first of all, let me say it is not meant for everybody to have their voiceover on 95% because I didn't hear surprise. I just heard celebration information. So I called her on Friday because I wanted to confirm the times. Luckily, she did not answer. And I just forgot to follow up and do all that. I went back and looked at the text and seen it said surprise. I was like, oh my God. And this is the second time that's happened.
You was about to be that one. The spoiler alert.
Right. And
Luckily,
I was
no.
like,
it wasn't meant to be. So good thing, right?
Yes, but 95% is just too fast. You don't really hear everything that's being said in your messages. So, yeah. So other than that, it was, it's great. And I just do want to say one more thing about this, not necessarily about this birthday, but shout out to partners of blind or visually impaired individuals. Okay. Because it must be hard to be that one-sided person with a whole bunch of blind people. And they just run around and are always helping everybody and all the blind people. And I just be feeling so bad for them, and it's never done with negativity or anything. It's just like always ready to help. metros are here. Hey, your metro's here. Somebody has to go to the restroom. They take them to the restroom. And it's just always so much. So as much as I talk about, sighted partners and not being with the sighted person, I just want to give shout out to all sighted partners that have a partner that is blind or visually impaired.
Real talk, real talk. Shout out to those good people out there.
Right.
Yes, indeed.
God's going to bless them.
Oh, no, they're so amazing.
So, but anyways, what about you? How was your week?
Oh man, honestly, it has been blessed for real. I actually got the chance to go kick it with the community. We went out to an Astros game. Shout out to one of my really good partners. Been knowing him for a long time. He actually shot me the invite, and come to find out, it was a gang of us there, like whole little NFB representing. Went to the little Astros versus the Diamondbacks, where we politely tapped that behind, you know what I'm saying? Go Stros. But all day long, baby, H time. We was in there though. We was in there chilling, had a really good time, got to eat some had a nice little burger, whatnot. Got to enjoy the game. And you know what was really dope about it? They gave us a listening device where we was actually able to hear like play by play.
Really?
So you was like just all the way in tune to the game, you know what I'm saying? You wasn't
so what was it?
Anything like that. It was just like, as you know, like kind of like going to the movies where they give you just a little device and connect it to some headsets. And on this one, you just kind of listening to the radio commentator, just get the play by play. And so you just, you know what's going on. And I thought that was like tight. That was really neat to just be in a live action game and getting, play by play right then and there on the spot.
That actually is really neat because, I mean, if you think about baseball, it's not very verbal. It's a lot of...
It's a bunch of just...
watching.
And sound and
right. And
home run and, all that good jazz. So, and it's a very long game.
And
so they had that. I was stoked about that. That was lit. Very inclusive, and you know what I'm saying.
Good job. Who did that?
That was actually, I'm gonna say like NFB kind of set that up some type of way.
Well, no, but I mean, who provided the devices?
The stadium.
That's what.
Yeah,
really?
The stadium provided the devices.
Now, and then there was a lot of you, so they had one for everybody.
Quite an amount. Yes, indeed. They had a few of them.
You know what? Shout out to that. What stadium is that?
But I hate to talk about this part because the night was so wonderful, had such a good time. But of course, things happen, y'all. And so tell me why. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to leave to go find my paratransit, my Metro lift or whatnot. I get help by the staff at the stadium. They help me to the Metro lift destination where Metro lift picks up at.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm out here just posted waiting for the Metro lift, just standing here. I got my cane on and everything. I feel someone come off my right shoulder and they just like stand there and they proceed to say, "You ain't blind worth shit."
What?
And I say, huh? I say, who? I'm talking to you, bitch.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry for the language, y'all, but this is exactly what happened. Like, for real. This man told me I wasn't blind worth shit. For shit. You know what I mean? And
what?
Because I asked who, he said, "You, bitch." And I'm just like, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Yo. I can't, like, come on, man.
What did you do?
So I'm like, yo, I'm not your bitch, bro. You know what I'm saying? I started taking my glasses off, honestly, because I really don't know what's about to happen. Like, the man sounded like, you know what I'm saying? He was had him a good night for sure. Probably about 6, 7 of them things, cups of beer or whatever.
So he was drunk.
You know what I'm saying? And so I didn't know. So I was really ready, like, hey, whatever this situation was about to come to, I'm definitely about to, protect myself, because it didn't seem like anyone else around heard the situation. It seemed like no one was going to say anything.
Was there people around?
I mean, I heard nothing but sounds. It was loud as hell. That's why it was
so people were all over.
Yeah, it was people all over because the game had just ended. and they had done fireworks and whatnot. It was downtown Minute Maid Park, so it was very lively. So the fact that this man just acting like this, I'm just like, all right, what's about to happen? I'm like, yo, I'm not your bitch, partner. Like that's not me. No need to even go there. You know what I'm saying? Go there. And unfortunately, while I was talking, I actually ended up, I guess, spitting on the gentleman because you're like, you have to spit on me. You know, I was like, man, I wasn't trying to spit on you, bro. But you know what I'm saying? I'm like, still, like, you walking up to me telling me all this good jazz. Like, this don't ever have to go down like this. And fortunately, my paratransit actually ended up pulling up, so nothing else amounts to that. But I was actually taken aback that ended up happening. I'm just like, I'm standing out here chilling. And this man come tell me that I ain't blind worth shit. Like what? Because I'm standing here, not what? Cause you mad I look fresh? I'm mad.
So did you guys just keep going back and forth? I mean, did he say anything else?
Nothing else was actually said after that. It was done deal. Like I spoke my piece and that was it. It wasn't nothing else to it.
Well, you know, it's a good thing that nothing else did it, because that is a very dangerous situation. You don't even know, like you think about if you were to have did your initial reaction, which probably would, I mean, because we all probably would have wanted to choke him out or stop him or, you know.
Yeah.
But that could have ended up, right. But that could have been very, you know, a bad situation, especially being that you're not able to see your surroundings, who's around you, what's around you.
For real, man.
Yeah, that was dangerous. Sorry. Yeah. So unfortunate.
Yeah, I had that moment, like, but for real though, everything's still blessing, you know what I'm saying? Like, can't really complain at all. I was happy for the good time. Yeah. Besides that whole little situation though, was able to make it back to the crib safely. So, hey, blessed week, you know.
But you know what though? You know, those games, even football, baseball, all those games, that's all they do is drink and get drunk and come out there and act a fool.
Yeah, sometimes some
well,
people
a lot of people.
Some people just can't handle their liquor and that's right. Entertainment.
Yeah, that's true. Well, at the end of the day, it was still a good event, minus that little possible altercation.
The little showdown.
Right, yeah.
Thought I was about to have to put the gloves back on, man.
Right.
Retire, y'all.
No, not to retire.
I mean, but I'm still security. Don't let us get to stepping.
Well, that's what retirees do, right? They become security.
Hey, you know it.
So, all right. So let's go. Before we move on, I do want to mention last week when we ended our show, we mentioned our August raffle winners. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and get those names out there.
Let's go ahead and drop them on the table.
Yes. So we have our email subscriber winner is Nakia Faulkner.
Hey, Nakia. For sure. I'm sorry. I'm still in my mode.
That's okay.
I'm a dog.
FB participation winner is Tito Williams.
Okay.
And our YouTube subscriber winner is Delia Garcia.
Let's go, people. Okay. I appreciate y'all for the support, for real.
So if you have not already, email us at info@blindtabletalk.com. And you can also text us at 281-668-5228.
You know how to find us.
Okay, so what's up for today's show?
Man, you know, today we gonna just get a little vulnerable, but in a light manner though. But we're gonna talk about embarrassing and awkward moments.
Oh yes.
Just tell a little bit about testimonies of what we've been through and trigger a little conversation from there.
Right. So that's our BBI discussions. And then of course we got our interview we're doing this week with Greg Lindberg.
Eyes Free Sports Podcast. My man doing it out there, man.
Yes. And I think this is good and fitting because, in honor of football season starting and all that stuff, right? Even though we don't have blind football.
Man,
why do you think
to have that?
Yeah, why do you think we don't?
I would think it would be crazy injuries. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess you could teach us how to properly tackle, but you couldn't really just
Yeah.
amount for when they're going to collide type of thing. I would think so.
Right.
But if we were to do this,
Adapted. How would we adapt it?
I would say, like how they do in neighborhood football, your quarterback, he can see.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Your receivers are your partials, your running back, partial, totally blind, your line, all totally blind. Um, and the ball will have a bell, you know what I'm saying, or a buzzer. And that's really all I have for.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. Like, no,
But
mine
what
was,
about the players? Wouldn't they have to have some bells or something on them?
and that's why I would think you would probably have to do it how blind soccer has it. You
Yeah.
don't have everyone on the field like in normal
Right.
football type
Yeah.
of thing. So instead of like 11, you probably have maybe six, or something like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
And, one receiver, one running back, a tight end. And then you
Mm.
might just run like a lot of sweep plays or just little tosses type thing.
Right.
And
Maybe one day.
yeah,
Right.
but I would love to have like a blind boxer. Like
What
I think that would be so tight. You
I
put
used
the
to
put
love watching
the
boxing.
sound in the gloves and the helmet have a different sound, and the boxes get tethered together. And if you get knocked out, the tether kind of break apart. I don't know.
Oh
That's
my
hey,
goodness.
what like who ready?
Right.
Sponsor me, better heavyweight champ of the world. I'm telling y'all.
So why would the helmet have noise in it? Well, I guess
Just because you know where their head is at.
well we should know where their head's at
I mean,
anyway.
I guess
That
so. I
part.
don't know, just overthinking it, but I just thought it'd be cool.
Why
Like,
would I don't even think you would need any bells. Just put two people in there and
let's
let's
just
let
go to
them.
work.
You better
Ding,
listen
ding,
for
ding,
where,
ding.
right?
Let's go.
Well, I do kickboxing, and so I just think about when I'm sitting there hitting. I mean, I know it's not a moving person, but I'm
Right.
hitting the bag.
Yeah.
You know when a person is right in front of you or next to you.
True.
So,
True.
but hey, that's something they're probably working on. So you never know. It could be done,
Yeah, well, we can keep going on and on this one for sure.
right?
But I think our listeners are ready for us to get down to it.
All right, y'all. So let's get on into it. Pull up your chair, kick up your feet, and enjoy what we're bringing to the table.
Let's get to it, y'all.
Blind table talk, yeah.
All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and jump into our BBI discussions. So, for this week, we're going to be talking about some embarrassing and awkward moments.
Y'all know y'all all done had them.
Oh my
We're gonna
gosh.
let y'all know about ours. And hey, let's see if y'all relate to us. You
Yes.
never know.
Yes.
Oh, no, don't get quiet. You come on, Sassy. Come on, Sassy. Jump
Well, I
out there.
didn't know you wanted me to go first.
Oh, yes, indeed, darling.
Could have led me in there.
I listen to the listeners. They saying it. Sassy, sassy, sassy. What do Sassy have to tell us about her embarrassing
All right.
moment?
So my awkward moment happened on a megabus, and I was traveling and I was getting off the bus. And you know how you're going to the aisles, right? To get off the bus. And I ran into somebody. Okay. This person was very rude and offended. So I run it, and all I hear is, "Excuse me, don't you see me coming down the aisle?" And I'm like, "Excuse me, no, I did not see you, and I am just trying to get out like everybody else." "Well, you should have waited. You see me coming through." I said, "Ma'am, I did not see you coming through. I apologize, but there's no need for you to have this ugly attitude." And so we're going to, she's like, "Well, there's no need for you to be jumping out there. And I'm just saying." And I'm like, "Well, I'm just saying too." So we're going at it, right? Just like back and forth. And then all of a sudden, this lady behind her, the one that was rude to me, she says, excuse me. And we're like, "What?" Like, she's like, "Both of you are blind." And so
Wow. Awkward.
awkward. And it was so funny because I'm like, instantly, for some reason, my irritation and
Oh
anger,
yeah, out
like
the door like a balloon.
it went away. And I'm like, and hers did too. And it was so funny because she was like, oh. And I was like, oh, you're blind too?
Wow.
She was, but it was just a very awkward situation because it was ugly. It was turning very ugly. And we're both cussing each other out, and both of us were blind. So I just thought that was one of my awkward moments. But what's even more funny, it was even more awkward for the lady who didn't know how to tell us that we were both blind.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine being her, just standing behind y'all, just da
Going,
da 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 and whoa 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 and blah 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 blah. Oh man, like how do I cut
right.
these women? Like I just really want to get past them.
Yeah, she's
Like
just trying to get past.
they're in my damn way, but these
Yeah.
blind ass women are really going at it that they don't know. Excuse me, please don't punch me.
Right. Yeah,
Please don't punch me.
exactly.
Please don't. Excuse me.
Right.
Yeah, y'all blind. Please move out
So,
the way. Like,
and that's exactly what, and then it makes it even worse because now I'm like, oh, go ahead. And she's like, no, you go ahead. I'm like, no, you go ahead. And I know this lady
oh,
behind is like,
now
somebody
y'all
just
really
go ahead.
being indecisive with the nicest now.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we really can't agree who's gonna go by. Like now
Right.
we was just about to slap the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
Now, no, please pass. Please go by. No, you go by, please. My honor. No, my honor. No. Somebody don't goddamn go by.
This
Shit.
lady is like, I can't win for losing. Can you both be blind?
Real
Just
talk.
get the hell out of my way.
Real
Deal
talk.
with it later.
Just move on, people. Go. About your business. Bye bye.
So yeah, that was it was awkward, but it was funny afterwards. So
I don't know if my awkward little moment matching yours.
all right,
but
what you got?
I'm gonna talk about this from a blind man perspective because I wonder if my brothers have felt this way. I had to go make some groceries by myself.
Not make groceries.
Yeah, I know I'm from the South. Stop playing with me. So anyway, I had to go make some groceries by myself, and I went to my good old little spot, the Heb. We call that the HEB out here. That's Heb. Good old Henry, man. Good grocery store. Good grocery store. Y'all ain't been? Y'all come to Houston?
Okay, come on.
Heb. Whatever. Anyway, so I had to ask for, customer assistant. And they end up sending me this nice, cool little female. It was nice. She asked me if I needed a basket. I said yes. So she's like, okay, stand here. I'm gonna go get a basket. Cool. I do that. She comes back. She's like, hey, so the basket's right here. You want to like reach out and grab for it, and like hold on to it. I was like, bet, I got you. Let me see. So I'm like, didn't realize I was kind of a little bit of ways away from the basket. So I'm doing the blind man swip, okay, where is it at? Like hand out, swipe, okay, missing. Okay, step forward, swipe, okay, missing again. Wait, you say? It's right here, the basket right here. And she's not tapping on it. So I kind of like bumped the basket and was like, oh, okay, right here, and reached out and grabbed. And yeah, I thought I grabbed the basket, but why I grabbed this woman whole titty.
Oh my gosh.
And like, oh, my bad. Grab the handle. And she's like, oh, okay, so where you want to go?
So that was it. She didn't even say anything.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
did you say sorry?
I said sorry, but she still didn't like nothing. That's why I was like, oh, my bad, like that was my sorry. And still, now I'm just really standing there like, oh snap. I just palmed this woman boob, and she just like, okay, no, like, oh, no, there's my like.
No, and you know what? That's funny because it's different because I know you've done that more than once. I do it all the time, but it's so much different when a woman does it than when a man does it.
And there's no reaction. Like, I'm sorry. I mean, I guess it's cool. That's like, man, that's cool. She didn't react. Keep going.
Right.
But I'm like, acknowledge that I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to. Right. I really wasn't doing that purposely. Because some people they call it like the blind man feel.
Yeah.
And I'd be having that in the back of my head, like, no, I'm not the blind man feel, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess my feel when they want me.
No, and then she's thinking that, like, yeah, he did that on purpose.
Yeah, and no, there was a case, and I'm just like, damn, I really got a lot of groceries I got to get in this bad boy. And I'm just like, man,
But you know what the thing is? You're tall and you have long arms, and she might have been, perfect
It was just a bad angle. Bad
perfect
angle.
height for your hand to have reached that
Bad
location.
angle. I'm telling you. And I'm like, the whole time in the stove, it was just quiet. It wasn't no small talk,
No,
nothing. I mean, because I really wasn't trying to make no small talk. I'm still in my
I'm not
own mind,
small
like,
talking with the titty grabber.
yeah,
Hell no.
yeah. Like I touched this whole woman titty. Like I know she. What can I say? So, what's your name?
No,
How long you been working here? Leave me alone, you titty grabber. Like,
yeah,
let's get your groceries. We're making groceries right now. Like, you trying to make some other things. Like, like no, no. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I wasn't trying to do anything here. Just only trying to get to the basket. But yeah,
all
so I was just
right.
wondering if other fellas would be like, damn, if that happens to y'all just be feeling like totally awkward after that. I'm telling you, that's what happened to me. I was, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So I have one. I have a, now this was embarrassing. Okay. So it doesn't even matter where I was at. I was at an airport and I was getting my assistance. And this is one of the times when I made a big deal about not needing a wheelchair. So I was like, no, no, not in a wheelchair. I just can walk with you. You just, assist me and I'll walk with you. So I'm walking, minding my business, and I hear somebody say, ma'am, you dropped something. And so I stopped and I was looking, trying to look around, and I don't know what the person that was guiding me doing. She should have been looking too, but she wasn't. And so the person ran up and was like, here you go. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, what is it? And so as he's handing it to me, it's like, um, um, and the lady was like, it's your hair.
Oh no. Oh man. Not your hair. Ooh.
So
What can you even do in that moment? It's just
I was
ain't no faking
so
it.
freaking embarrassed. So I had a ponytail, right? And I just like, it's like a scrunchy ponytail. It has like hair on it. I just pull my hair back in a bun and I wrap it in a ponytail. And so I don't know what I did. I think when I went through the security, I must have hit it in like, because it probably wasn't on very tight because it was early in the morning and I probably just dropped it on. And I thought I felt something fall, but I wasn't thinking my hair fell. Okay. So
No, no, that couldn't be my
no, it
hair.
couldn't be my
No,
hair.
that wasn't it.
No, it wasn't my hair. So and then the guy that ran, and I'm mad that this lady just let this man run up on us. And then it was awkward for him because he didn't know what to say.
I bet he was pinching it. Like,
And
excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me,
it's
ma'am.
your, it,
It's
I mean, he literally stuttered. He was trying to
shoot.
say
How do
what
I
it
tell this
was.
woman I'm holding her hair? Like,
Yeah.
Lord, somebody help me. Jesus, woman, it's your hair. It fell. Your hair. Whew, thank the Lord I ain't had to say it.
So that, and then of course, it doesn't help that she's loud as hell. Why are you yelling that my hair is on the floor? Like my hair fell.
Boy, all eyes on you at
Yeah.
that moment. Like, man.
And so what did I do? I was just like, and I try to like, what do you do in awkward moments,
Did you
right?
put
Or
the hair back
embarrassing.
on? Like right there?
I did.
Yeah, there you go.
I was just like,
Kudos.
oh, my hair fell
That's
off.
how you play it off. Yeah, just put that bad boy back on and
Give
keep
me
on
that
moving.
there. How'd that fall? How'd that get down there?
Now you didn't rush and put it on crooked,
Well,
right?
yeah, no. Well, it's not a cricket thing. It was just a scrunchie.
Oh,
So
so
it
it's
was
just a
just like
wrap
I
around.
just wrapped it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't even wrap it. I just put it on one time. And I'm thinking, like, why the hell would you just put it on one time so I can fall off again? But best believe every step I took, I was conscious about this
Oh,
hair
watch the
that
head.
might fall off my
Watch the head.
head.
Bob and weave. Do not
Yeah.
hit the back of my head. Watch me. Watch me.
So okay, so that was a serious embarrassment for me.
Hmm.
Hmm.
All right. So we're gonna take this one back to a little college experience. You ever know when you had to rush to class and you kind of have between one side of the campus to get to and you got to get to another, and you kind of got some odd minutes. So I'm moving. I got my guide dog. We kind of moving through this hallway. It was a wet day, And where I had to kind of get out the building, then realized that the rain had kind of traveled into the building. So it was a big wet spot on, kind of laminated court type floor. So very slick. So I'm moving. Hallways are crowded because everybody's traveling. This is between class time. And I just take this step and I feel it immediately. Like my foot just shot from under me. And it wasn't really nothing I could do. Like, sometimes you can catch yourself. Nah, this wasn't a catchable moment. I'm talking about what that foot shot so fast, it just made my whole body momentum. And the way my dog was moving, like, I know if I was Clyde, I'm probably looking like, oh my goodness, this man about to follow me, like Jesus. and that's what happened. I'm talking about feet in the air and just came down. I'm holding on to the harness handle and just boom. And
were there people around you?
I'm talking about there was a lot of people around to the point they were just like, oh, dang. You can tell some people probably snickering, but they don't want to like show that they laughing at a blind man who just bust their ass.
Well, they should not
laugh
if you're hurt or not.
Nah, I got up smooth. Like, but it was still I was embarrassed because I'm at this point I'm breathing hard. My side of my pants kind of damp from the little wetness of the flow. My dog kind of, he kind of standing away from him. Come here, Clyde. Come here. It's okay, buddy. It's okay, boy. This whole time everybody looking at me like,
him. Like, no.
Everybody looking like, you good? No, yeah, I'm good. No, everything cool. We good. No, it's God, dog. Oh, still gotta get to class. Come on. Hey, this fell out your backpack. Oh, okay. Thank you. Snap. God, dog it. Anything else fall? Nah, that's it. All right. But the whole moment, I'm just like, damn, I just fell in front of all these damn people.
Oh my gosh.
Just smooth bust my ass. Damn wet spot. Hate that damn wet spot.
Oh, so
happens to the best of us.
It does. And you know what? That reminds me of one of my most embarrassing moments. So I was at a location, a building, and we were inside, and I was with me and one of my friends, and she had her children with her, and I had two of my children with me. So her daughter, who was like 22, she had changed her baby's diaper and left it in the building that we were leaving, but it was a poop diaper, right? So I smelled it walking out, and as I'm walking out, I'm holding on to my son. He was about 13, 14. So we're walking out, and I'm yelling at her, and I'm like, Whitney, why would you leave a shitty diaper in there so it can smell it all up? You need to get that diaper out of there. And so as I'm fussing, I hear my son say, Mom stairs. But I didn't hear Mom stairs.
Oh, no.
I didn't hear Mom stairs. Okay. So I'm fussing, Brittany, go and get that, because she was already getting in the car. So I'm yelling at her to go back to get the diaper. So next thing you know, I step. My son is still at the top, and all is timber. When I tell you, you ever feel like, when's it gonna end?
Like, please let this stop. Oh my goodness, I'm still falling.
Exactly. Like,
oh no!
How many freaking steps are there?
At one point, this is gonna become really painful.
You know what? And at first, in the beginning, I tried to like grab, and then something kicked in, because when you try to break your fall, that's when you break something. So finally, I just like went limp, and I'm just like cooing all the way down the damn stairs. And so I get to the bottom, and I am in pain. When I tell you I was in pain, these were outside concrete steps.
Oh yeah, them bad boy did some damage.
So I still, to this day, I feel like it messed up my knee, and my knee's never been the same. But I did that. I had scrapes all on my elbows, scrapes all over everything. My knee had a little blood on it. I was jacked up.
Don't scream about a shit diaper no more.
Well, I did, and I tell you what, that what goes with, see, for me fussing about stuff, not paying attention to my safety. And then, of course, my son, who's already quiet, and then I'm yelling at him like, well, no, you mumbled it. I didn't hear you. I yelled that later, but at first, when it first happened, he was like panicking, like, I'm good. Like how you said, I'm good. But I was saying it so weakly.
You really weren't good. You was just trying to soldier out. That's what that is called.
I was like, I'm
good.
good.
Please don't look at me right now. I'm hurt. I'm sorry. This hurt.
So then, Brittany, who I was fussing at to go get the diaper, right? I swear, all my 25 minutes of tumbling down the stairs, I swear I felt like 25 minutes. All I heard was Brittany screaming. I was just like, oh my
Making
God.
the moment even more embarrassing. Like now everybody looking. Why is this woman screaming? Oh,
I heard that. So I'm getting down, I'm in my pain, and then I'm like, so I tell my son, is there people looking? Because how dare I have the nerve to be worried about people looking, right? When I can barely walk. And then we get in the car, and I'm finally like, and I'm still kind of trying not to moan, but in serious pain. And so I get in the car and I yell like, Brittany, did you get the damn diaper?
Not everything. Still, did you get the damn diaper?
So my friend was like, yes, she got the damn diaper. Why are you worried about the diaper? Are you okay? I'm like, well, that's what started this whole thing. So I need to make sure she got the diaper.
5 rounds with Rambo.
Yeah.
Don't look like he won. Don't worry about that diaper. Real talk. Let's worry about you right now. We need to get you to an ER.
Right.
Your ear is bleeding.
But that was embarrassing. I think mainly too because I was talking my mess, but also because I did not pay attention. My son did say what he said, and I just kept on going. But even more so, I wonder what it looked like to see me tumbling down. Well, it was only 15 steps. I counted them after, but it felt like 45 steps.
Man, I'm telling you, situations like that, it just feels like a long time. You just never.
Right.
Dang. Now, it was only a few steps. You sure?
Yeah, no, there were 4 steps. There was not
2
4
flights of it. No, it was only 5. Yeah. No, it was 2 flights. You can't tell me it wasn't 2 flights.
Like, go fall down them damn 5 steps. You'll see how many steps it was. It wasn't no damn 5. I'll tell you that.
Nah, it just felt like it. It was
all right, so you're up.
And speaking of like not paying attention, I had this not paying attention moment, but it was in the moment of I was feeling way too just cocky of myself. I was fresh, You ever just been in the moments where you
swear you is the shit.
Swag, you just on point. And you hear like a couple of little cuties that behind the little, what's that, the hotel desk clerk. And I spoke to him at the beginning. They gave me, oh, hi. Like, oh, okay. All right. So look. I'm about to walk through this lobby right here. Let them see me, but I ain't going to acknowledge them, though. I'm just going to do like, let them see me type thing. Like, oh, yeah, look, he French. Look at him. He walking all confident, head all high. So this is what I was doing. And I was walking at a nice little clip, too, though. Because, you got to look like you know what you're doing. So you can't just be walking all timid. No, you got to stride, yeah, step, boom, boom. You hear the sliding doors? Well, I thought I heard the sliding doors.
Oh, Lord.
Those supposed to slide over when I hit the car. But I guess I was moving way faster than the sensor. And so by the time I came to let me know that the door didn't open, it was already too late. I'm talking about full face, just boom,
into the door?
Right into the glass door. And the door opened. And so my moment of thought was like, damn, stand here, your nose on fire. And I know they just saw you. You was fresh. You was fresh.
What did you do?
I just walk smooth about that bad boy. Like, shit. Like, yeah. Well, I really don't want to walk back to the lobby. I start trying to find my way to get back in. I'm asking people like, hey, is that a back way to get into the hotel? I don't want to go back to the lobby no more.
I didn't.
Like, that moment dead. I'm talking about, and I'm just like, damn, why the damn door didn't open as soon as I hit the carpet? Why I didn't recognize when my cane stopped that, okay, you need to stop.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No, yeah.
No.
So yeah, that's what I get for not paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Being too cocky, trying to be fresh. And yeah, that's what happened.
Oh my gosh, you know what though? That just reminds me of a similar incident that did not happen to me though. I was the new blind person in the group, right? And there was some people, well, a person there that was visually impaired, so he had some vision. So he says, "Oh, Saida, you want me to walk you out to your metro?" Okay, and I'm like, "Oh yes, please, thank you." So we're walking, and I'm holding him. He's guiding me out, and he did exactly what you did. He ran straight into the damn window. And now talk about awkward for me. I know he was embarrassed. I was like, "What?" And all I just heard a boom, and I felt him, and I'm like, "Oh my God, are you okay?"
Not, damn, that's even more. So you got a fresh on the arm too.
Right?
Boy, boy.
I
Well,
was
shit,
like,
he did better than me. At least he took the punishment.
well, the thing is, though, I was like, I could have handled it just fine. I could have got to the door just fine,
I hear
really.
you.
But because, sometimes men want to be, what's that, chivalry?
Nah, real talk.
Let me help
Yeah,
you. I'm
nah,
new. They
yeah,
don't know my abilities.
yeah.
But I
That's
was
what
just
happened.
like, he walked straight into that wall, and we were at a hospital. We were actually at a choir performance, and so we were at a hospital. So the glass is, for visually impaired, you probably can't tell if it's open or closed, right? Because it's just one big glass. So I'm assuming that he thought that was the opening.
Gosh,
So,
to be more careful.
right.
God, dog. Hey, that's why I say at least he had a better story than mine. Because I get him, the chivalry. Yeah,
Well,
I've done
no,
that.
I don't think that was better though, because he didn't get to run away and go to the back entrance.
Oh,
Like
no, 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 no. I'm sorry. I have a whole nother one.
oh Lord.
Yeah, your story triggered one of mine when I was having my chivalry moment. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
The little lady, she was totally blind too, and she wanted to get to the bus stop. And I was like, oh yeah, I got you, man. I thought she was a little fly little thing too. So I was like, man, this is my moment to kind of impress her. Like, hey, I can show her that so I know my way around. I'm independent like this.
Yeah.
And so I take out the apartment complex. We walking, and I'm sorry, I'm tall, so I walk pretty quick.
You walk fast, you do.
And
It's very
so
irritating.
so I'm walking with her. She holding on to my elbow and whatnot. Cane, constant contact, swoom, swoom, side to side or whatnot. And I don't know how the hell my cane missed this fire hydrant,
Oh my God.
but she didn't. Ooh,
You ran her into the
I'm
phone?
talking about she didn't miss it at all. I mean, I missed it clearly, like, swoop, oh, I'm good. Boom. Oh,
Oh my
oh,
God.
shorty. Oh, you good?
No, I'm not good. Get the
Yeah.
hell away from
And she
me.
couldn't say nothing. She kind of like hit me with the little hand flip. I was like, yeah, not as you should. As you should. I feel you. I'm gonna stand right here. Just let me know. My bad. I didn't see it. Shit, that don't work. Damn it, Kane. You felt me.
Oh my gosh, that is so
So
see
that's why I say, so at least he took the punishment.
yes, and not
For
right.
me, yeah.
So oh my gosh, that would have been worse. So you're sitting there like, oh, I got you, which you were trying to prove your
I did have
independence
her
and
though. We
no,
were good.
yeah, you
We were
had her
good. We was really good.
into a fire
Yeah,
hydrant.
yeah,
That was
definitely. That
not
yeah.
that was not having
My
it.
fault, Shawty. I know if you ever catch the story, yeah, I already know.
Ouch.
I ain't gonna
That
say no
just
name.
seems so. And then she was probably walking fast too, trying to keep up with you. So
And she
that
was a
was,
little shorty. When I say shorty, she was short. So yeah, she was a little
oh,
feeble.
so then she was probably having to run to keep up to you.
But God,
Oh my God, this is not funny.
gosh,
I mean,
be more careful.
it
I'm
is
telling
funny.
y'all, hey, it's real
Definitely.
out here, man. It's really real. You know what I'm saying?
It is. All right, let me see. I have one more. Okay. So this was an embarrassing moment for me. Um, I was standing outside of the grocery store waiting for my Uber, and I was standing next to somebody, and I just, asked him, "Excuse me, can you tell me if you see a red Toyota pulling up?" and they didn't, he was ignoring me. And I said, excuse me, can you help me? Do you mind helping me? And they just ignored me, like, excuse me, can you tell me if you see? And I'm getting louder. And they're sitting there ignoring me. And I'm getting more and more pissed. Like, how rude.
Nobody likes to be
Do you
ignored.
not hear me talking to you, sir, ma'am? I'm not sure. Please.
Hmm. Hmm.
So then I'm looking to that person was on my right side. So I'm sitting there, I'm getting louder. All of a sudden, somebody comes on my left side and taps me and says, ma'am, did you need some help? And I said, yes, if people are just standing here being rude. And so he says, ma'am, that's a pillar.
Not you, not you yelling and mad at the pillar. Excuse me, excuse me. Okay,
right, not just yelling, just like escalating. Yes,
I hear you, Stephanie from Full House.
Yeah. my anger was escalating the more he ignored me, and of course I make it a him, because I did say sir, ma'am, but my default was sir.
It's material. It's it's an item. All right.
It's just that was just so I was so embarrassed, and then as I'm louder and I'm getting louder, I know people are looking even more, which is probably why the man finally came and put me out of my misery, because I'm getting angry at that. But I'm in a shopping center filled with a whole bunch of people. They're all coming in and out of Kroger. There's everybody around me, and I'm sitting here playing off on a pillar. So
awkward. Yeah. The show. I'm gonna match you with your, you know what I'm saying, where are you at moment. So I dibble and dabble with, the sighted community. I have some partners from college. We decided to go out to this water park. It had just opened out here in Katy called Typhoon, Texas. Man, that bad boy is live. If you ever visit out here, you should go. Anyway, so we all at this, this theme park, chilling. It's a little loud because like it was a grand opening, so it was very packed. But anyway, we at this area or whatnot, just kind of posted up waiting to, go do our next little event. And sometimes, y'all, I kind of fall off into my thoughts, and I thought I heard something. So I'm like really trying to like, man, what was that I heard? And I'm listening into my head, and I kind of snap back to like, wait, I don't hear none of my partners. Wait, where everybody at? So I'm going, hey, yo, where y'all at? Hold on, where y'all at? I know y'all ain't leave me like this. And he's like, bro,
we right here.
We right here. And I know people like looking like, because I actually like kind of waved my hand back and forth.
Right. You panicked. So you probably panicked.
I had a panic moment. I just snapped out of my thought. And had that moment. They just like, bro, nah, we right here, dog. They giggling, and I'm just like, oh, yeah, blind mama, y'all. For sure. I thought y'all left me. That it happened. And so so when you were just talking about your moment, I'm just like, I can relate because I didn't do that, but I thought they was gone, and they actually still was right there though.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, we can go on and on about embarrassing moments.
We just figured we would give y'all some enlightening story because we get on you sighted community so much, and we share so many tips. So hey, look, we have our moments.
And after the fact, it's okay to laugh about them, but in the moment, it's not funny, especially when we make sure people are safe and stuff. Because there's a few things that we just shared, like your fall in the hallway, my fall down the stairs. We could have been really hurt by those type of accidents. But, thank God we weren't.
And sometimes, for my community, man, just in case you haven't went through these moments and you do experience something like this, it's a moment. That's all it is. It's a moment. It's something that you can get past. I mean, it might sit, but let it go. Blow it off. It's okay. It happens to the best of us. Just keep it on moving. You still play.
Yes. And if you would like to share your embarrassing or awkward moments with us, we'd love to hear about them. just to know, there's other stuff out there, and I'm sure many of you can relate to what we spoke on, but there might be some other stuff too that we might want to, with not to share, just to hear about them, hear about your stories.
Blind table talk, yeah.
Alrighty, let's get ready for our BVI podcast segment.
Yes, 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 y'all. We have in our seat, in our BVI podcast seat today, Mr. Greg Lindberg, and he is with Eyes Free Sports Podcast. Welcome to the table, Greg.
Hey, welcome, Greg. We really appreciate you sitting down with us, my man.
Hey there, Said and Joseph. It's an honor to be on here and to have a seat at the table. Absolutely love your podcast, everything you guys are doing. So this is so cool to actually be here.
Thank
Awesome,
you.
awesome. Thank you so much. So, just for our listeners, go ahead and just give us just a small brief background about the podcast. What is it about?
Yeah, so Eyes Free Sports, the main focus is sports and recreation for the blind and visually impaired community. And so I've been doing it for about 5 years now. And it's, pretty much covering all different sports for the blind, whether it's goalball, beat baseball. So I'm a beat ball player. That's my main sport. But I've done episodes a lot on, tandem cycling, blind hockey, the Paralympics, blind golf, pretty much any kind of sport, and even just kind of, different recreational activities as well that the blind and visually impaired community can enjoy and compete in. And, from kind of the just taking a walk in the park to super competitive endurance sports, up to the Paralympics.
Wow,
Man, I love that.
that's a lot.
That's dope because I'm a blind athlete myself, so just to know like the different sports that you can tap into and just be competitive with, I don't think a lot of our community are aware of these. So that's just beautiful that you have this show to bring people on to make more awareness about the sports that we actually enjoy and very competitive about. So man,
Well, I know, but Greg, I have a question. This is kind of a side note, but so you list so many different sports, right? And you're an athlete yourself. It's not possible to be great at everything. Well, maybe there it is. I don't know. But what would you say, what sport do you excel at? Is you said beat ball, but is that what you feel that you are um the best at?
yeah, I was like, what sport you best at? That's
Yeah.
what.
Yeah, I would say definitely beat baseball. That's the one adaptive sport that I played the most.
Hmm.
I have actually gotten into blind bowling with the guide rails in the last
Oh,
couple of
wow.
years, so I do
Hmm.
hope to
Nice.
pursue that a little bit more.
Hmm.
But definitely beat ball is by far number one.
All right. Well, flip it, Greg. Which one are you not the greatest at? But you're still gonna try because you wanna succeed. Which one?
Right, yeah, I would say probably running is probably my least thing to do, least
Right.
favorite thing to do. It's just so
Yeah.
intense and the stamina and
It
everything. It's
is,
it's
Man, I'm
right?
with you on that. I would like to try to do a marathon, but I don't know if I'm just gonna make it to that end.
Right. And I think that's a natural. I think people that are runners, whether blind or visually impaired or even sighted, that comes from child, all the way. I think that's something that they have to have been fond of from the jump. I don't think that's something we can just jump into because I still haven't been able to do that. So, but that is awesome.
So I got a question for you, Greg. You say the name of the podcast is Eyes Free Sports. What made you come up with the name?
Yeah, so I know the term hands free is pretty common. So I thought, why not say eyes free? Doing something instead of not needing your hands to do something, not having to use your eyes to do something, especially when it comes to sports and physical activities. And that's really kind of, like I said, the main focus, just all types of sports and activities that can be done a lot of times blindfolded in a lot of these sports. But if not, you really don't need any vision, or even limited vision is totally fine to be able to enjoy and compete in all these different sports and activities.
Yes, sir. Right on.
Yes, that
Look, y'all,
is,
no eyes, baby.
yeah,
We still out here doing it.
right.
I'm telling y'all, it's so possible.
So, Greg, how do you find your guests? How do you decide what is your formula for getting guests to come and speak on a podcast? And is there something that you look for specifically? Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure, I would say it kind of has evolved over time. Early on, it was kind of a challenge, really just building relationships. As you guys know, it's all about networking, relationship building, making those connections. And so these days, a lot of it is just word of mouth. I ask every guest I have on, do you have a friend or relative, any kind of connection in this blind sports community? So that's been a big aspect of it. But kind of in terms of what I'm looking for, and as far as guests go, really someone that has a lot of experience, at least some experience when it comes to sports and recreation in the BVI space. I have also had like, musical artists and folks with other different talents as well on, but the main focus of the conversation is definitely, their sports and their recreational journeys.
Right, right. But that's good, a little diversity. I mean, because even though we're athletes and they may be, but they could do other stuff as well, which makes us even greater as those blind and visually impaired individuals, right? Because it's, just awesome at multi-talents and many of
Hey, they
us.
always say every athlete wants to be a musician and every musician wants to be an athlete. So I like how you have blended those as well. So I'm definitely saluting that for sure.
It's so
Yes.
true. And I will say there's a lot of overlap. A lot of people that compete in sports can use those skills, can transfer those skills on the field, on the court, wherever it may be, into other aspects of their life. And
Yeah.
Mhm.
there's so
Yeah.
many, great success stories of athletes that have gone on to professional careers and whatever it may be, and kind of that whole overlap, which is awesome to see.
Yes, that is. And I think, I just wonder where, Greg, can we find you? I know that it's probably on all podcast platforms, but I have a question. Are you on radio or anything?
I'm not, no,
Well,
although
you
I will
Man,
definitely
he
have a
should be.
radio. I know.
Like, I thought I had it. He
I'm
has
like,
it for sure.
yes, I know. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you on. I'm sitting here was fumbling over my words. I'm like, wait, is he? Because he should have a radio
Yeah,
show.
I've
Yeah.
actually had two nicknames with my voice people have referred to me as. So one, they call me Rico Suave.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
see that.
Someone else said a male Delilah, if you know the radio host Delilah.
Yes,
They're like, you're kind of like a male
exactly.
Delilah.
Yeah. Nah,
So,
totally agree. Definitely agreeable on that.
yeah, but back to
But
the
for our
seriousness.
listeners, though,
Yes.
when they want to
Sure.
find this show, what can they locate this?
Yeah, so pretty much all the major podcast platforms out there. If you just search for Eyes Free Sports, it's EYESFREESPORTS, three words. You can also check out eyesfreesports.com and find all the episodes there as well. And I do also have a Facebook and an X page for the podcast where I post links to it and just other cool stories, kind of in the blind sports arena.
Awesome. And stay tuned for radio coming soon.
Oh
You
yeah,
said.
oh yeah. I might have to talk to this man. We might have to do us a tag team show.
Right.
Hey.
Thank
Hey,
you
but we really
so
appreciate you,
much,
Greg, for
Greg.
just coming and sitting down with us, allowing our listeners to hear about your show and just the things
Yes.
that you do for our community, man. Like big
Yes.
salute, and we really
Yes.
appreciate you, man.
And also, Greg, anytime want to come back to the table or if you need our help with supporting, promoting anything, come, let us know. We're here to support you and, help spread the news about your podcast as well. Okay.
Anytime at the table.
Yes. Do you have any final words before we say goodbye, Greg?
Just always want to encourage folks to find a sport or recreational activity out there that you can enjoy, no matter what your ability is. If you have other disabilities in addition to blindness, there's something for everyone. So if you listen to my podcast or do a little research, you can definitely find something.
Awesome.
Beautiful. Yes,
Great.
indeed.
Thank you again, Greg. We appreciate you. And listeners, you heard him here.
Thank you guys so much. You guys rock. You guys are the best. I appreciate the opportunity to join you here.
You're very welcome.
Oh yeah, appreciate you.
Blind table talk, yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, we have come to that time for the end of our show.
Oh man, it's time to flow on this one, man. It's about that time already.
It is. But before we go, why don't you leave them with our quote of the week?
All right. Let me leave them with some wonderful words. So, our quote of the week is, The best way to not feel hopeless is to get up and do something.
Mm.
Real talk, y'all. And that goes with what we were talking about in our segment, embarrassing moments and output. Like, just, the best way to not feel hopeless about it, just keep moving from it. And the best way to not feel hopeless about your situation or feeling stuck, just go get out and make that move, whatever it is.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that is the quote for the week. Also, I want to go ahead and give a BBI dating game update. So we have our applications in, we are working on them, we're processing, we're matching, we're doing all this stuff. So we are ready to go ahead and start reaching out. So if you have not heard from us yet, check your emails.
Looking out for it. We're coming to you.
Yes, we are going to be looking for you. And it's not too late to enter. So send info@blindtabletalk.com.
You know where to find it.
Just tell us you want a questionnaire, you want to participate in the dating game, and we got you.
Yes, indeed.
Don't forget about our YouTube channel. Like, share, and subscribe.
You never know what you might get.
Yes, our raffle entries that we have, our website.
blindtabletalk.com. Hey, don't forget, we also have our upcoming event page on there as well that tells about all the events that's going on in our community. And please feel free to sign up and share your events onto the page so everybody knows what we have going down.
And lastly, don't forget to join the email list, and that's on the website as well. Another way to enter those raffle drawings is joining that email list. So I think that's it. You guys have heard enough from us this week.
Already.
But make sure you join us next week for our news episode. Thank y'all so much for listening.
Until next time, y'all know y'all favorite table. Be blessed, y'all.
Blind Table Talk, yeah.